listen to what some of this. We about to get started, y'all. We about to get started. Make sure you hit the like button. Please make sure you hit the like button. And can you please share? I have to. Let people know that we are live and it ain't no jive. Everybody clap your hands. With my 80s rap shit. Come on, everybody. Everybody clap your hands. We about to get started in a second. As you can probably tell I'm delaying. I had everything set up. And then I had to update Safari. So since I had to do an update, I lost everything. So I'm delaying right now. We'll get started like in a minute. But I low-key did have it all time set up for this Godfrey video. I low-key did have everything all set up for you.
She gonna jump on my...
No, it's not. Well, come on in here anyway. We're gonna start like in 30 seconds. Alright, let's go. Let's start. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Everybody clap your hands. I don't know why I'm feeling like a early 80s rapper, but it's flowing through me. Come on, everybody. Everybody clap your hands. I don't know. I'm silly right now. There we go. All right, I got my settings how I had it. The moment I clicked live, I got everything back to how I had it the moment I clicked live. Welcome, everybody. Shayla, Samuel, the Truth Seeker. What's up, my brother? Kenny Mack. Black Bane 00, Free in Cali, Melanated Beauty. Jamar Hooks, ATLian. I can't get to everybody, but welcome everybody. Calvin Dickerson, I appreciate all y'all for joining. We got a couple things we're going to talk about today. One, we're going to talk about, we're going to start out with Trick Daddy trashing India Arie. That was just, it feeds and proves my theory and what I've been telling y'all about music post 1996 versus pre 96. Different classes of artists. And then second story, we're going to break down this video where Godfrey basically, a lady called into his show and he kind of like went hard on her, a black woman. And she was addressing concerns that we all had about how you laughing along with this dude when he says stuff like that. And he's like, I done everything for black Americans. I've met with Dr. Francis Cresswell saying I'm blacker. And I was like, hold on. Brother, whatever you learn about Black America in a book, we got from our parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles. So, yeah, y'all gonna have to watch that. Y'all gonna have to watch that. We gonna watch it together. We're gonna watch it all together. But before we get to that, again, welcome to Tammy Dorsey up here. I ain't seen Tammy in a minute. What's up, everybody? What's up, American Freeman? Salute to everybody. Salute to everybody. Rocky over here chilling. If anybody want to know what Rocky doing right now, this is what Rocky's doing right now. This is what Rocky's doing right now. Rocky, like, you know what? The day is long and I need my nap. So if anybody's asking where's Rocky, I took that picture right before I started. So that's what Rocky doing right now. He ain't worried about none of y'all. He ain't worried about me. He done ate. He done took his shit. He done walked and pissed all over the neighborhood. So he's good right now. All right. So that's what Rocky's doing, if y'all ask. But I'm sure Rocky will be joining us in here a little bit later when he wakes up from his third nap of the morning. So let's get right into it without any further delay. Salute to Urban Politicians. I'm going to his channel because he put it all together. So since Urban Politicians is the one, he mashed the two videos into one. That way I ain't had to go click on multiple videos. So again, salute to Urban Politicians. Watch this video again on his channel because Urban Politicians always has wisdom. I enjoy his channel because I think that his perspective always is grounded in wisdom, and it's not enough wisdom on the internet these days. Most people are grounded in gossip. Most people are grounded in BS. I think Urban Politicians grounds his channel in wisdom, his reaction channel. Top 3 reaction channels on the internet, in my opinion. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. That's where I got it because he put the 2 parts together, all right? What's up, Mikey? But let's get started. This is all centered around that song we talked about on this show yesterday, the Spin That song about scamming, a song celebrating scamming and pulling people. This debauchery. So India Arie is doing what the mothers in Black America have always done, and that's correct behavior. This goes back to when we had black women named Ethel. You could when we had black women named Maxine, you couldn't have no where all my scamming ass niggas at around Aunt Maxine. Aunt Maxine has shut that whole party down. We've always had these style of women in our culture. Aunt Mabel, Grandma, Grandma Gertie. We've always, Miss Elizabeth. We've always had these women in our culture, and India Arie is stepping into that role, so I want to salute her. So let's watch what she's saying.
Being wrongly reported that I think we should boycott this song of the summer. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I refuse to sing that song, but either you know what it is or you don't. And if you don't, you can go find it. It's very easy. But I don't think we should boycott. What I want is to see people understand the power of words and music and to make choices that are healthy for them. That's what I want. Do I think it matters what I want for people? No. I have finally learned that it doesn't matter and that there's no amount of sacrificing my life force energy that is going to make anybody want anything better for themselves. All I can do is emanate what I emanate, stand for what I stand for, and hope that it reaches who it's meant to reach. And that's it. And that's all I'm going to do. And so my comment makes it very clear that I don't think we should boycott. My comment is tantamount to everybody doesn't want the same thing. And there are a lot of people who are saying it's just a song. Well, if that's what you think, enjoy. But what I know is that music has power. But of course, I have used that power to help some people. And I have traveled around this world twice, and I see the impact of what we export out of the Black American experience to the rest of the world. Longer story for another time, but I've seen it, so I know. And I'm telling you what it is, but you enjoy if that's what you want to do.
So she's not lying. Where is that book? If you want to know more about what she just said, I just had that book open. Where is it? I may have put it back in my... Damn, I think I put that book back in my other library. Well, I'll pull it up right here. This book right here, Creation of the Media by Paul Starr. This is one of the books that Dr. Short turned me on to years ago. And in this book by Paul Starr, I encourage you guys buy this book. It talks about the political origins of modern communication and how communication is used. And within this book, it talks about how Black American music was used to send positive propaganda of America around the world. Jazz, the world loved jazz. The world loved our music, and how our music was used to ingratiate the United States to other parts of the world. It shaped an opinion of America. If you watch this documentary, Atlantic, by this documentary, no, it's out of it. Shit, now they don't have it because it's out of. I have the DVD, but it's hard to find. Well, on Amazon, I don't have it. Well, there's a documentary on Erdogan, the founder of Atlantic Records, talking about coming to America and his image of America being shaped by jazz. So what she's saying is the images and the music that's sent across the world comes back with an opinion. We once had Michael Jackson as our world image. We once had James Brown on Black and Our Proud. James Brown inspired Fela and the continent of Africa to get more militant in their music. So she's not lying about what it is. Like in Central America, when they were fighting those drug lords, a lot of they came to find out that the drug lords hated rock music. So they just pumped rock music into those villages to get people to come out. So India Arie is speaking on a level that's beyond any of our opinion. And our society degeneracy has gotten so low, you're going to hear Trick Daddy's response. I've always said there's the artists before 96 that were signed and the artists that were signed after 96 and released after 96. Completely different level, class of musician. Exceptions here and there. There are most definitely exceptions. Common exception. But Trick Daddy is the rule. After 96, 97, music started to get real dumb, real stupid, real empty. And I know you may have danced at your prom to some of Trick Daddy's music, but let's be real. He ain't never talked about shit. So watch his reaction to the science that India Arie dropped.
I deleted the last live. And I had some more. Hey. Shout out to Young Miami. Got the hottest record in the world. Not just the country. The hottest record in the world. They singing this shit in China, Russia, Ethiopia. Shout out to Young Miami. One of the baddest, finest little shit in the game right now. You bad body old. Not one he giving how you feel about this young girl and her son.
He called India Arie a bad body old. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. She's speaking from the science of music and what music does to shape opinion, which is beyond any of our debates. And this is how he talks to her. I think his response proves her right in a lot of ways. Mr. Degeneracy himself, Trick Daddy, talking to a black woman this way. Wow. And not just a black woman that's standing up for our culture. Now, sometimes if it's Gayle King, then yeah, talk to Gayle King that way because she defending white folks. Talk to Oprah that way because Oprah ain't shit. But India Arie, the woman who made a song, one of the most beautiful dedication songs I've ever heard, her song Stevie Wonderful on her first album, that was one of the biggest love letters to an amazing artist you'll ever hear. That song she did called Stevie Wonderful. So she's a woman who spent her whole career. It's not about the hair or the price of your clothes. Don't be envious. Be you. This is a woman who's walked it how she's talked it her whole career. I can't. That kind of. I'm sorry. I'm maybe because I'm getting older, but that shit made me cringe. And that right there, because I didn't hear him say that till just now. I missed that part. I didn't hear him say that till now. Maybe I'm getting older because I generally love vulgarity. I love cussing. Cussing don't bother me, but that one kind of stopped me in the stomach. Well, let's keep going.
All the negative music that come out, you want to simply try to target a young black female that's doing something positive, that's in her bag right now. You talking about?
Did he just say doing something positive? Hold on. Did he just say what? Am I missing something? Does this sound positive?
My kid money.
Bitch, get these hundreds cash. Where all my scamming ass niggas at?
Does that sound positive to you? Calling her a bad build. Man, Trick Daddy. This nigga's face look like a side of ground beef. Just a side of beef. You just put it on the grill. It's like somebody slapped him and pressed his face on the grill. Calling that black woman a bad build. This nigga Trick Daddy look like he got embalming fluid in him. This nigga looks like an alive open hearse. Like y'all ever see people in the casket? This nigga look like an alive cadaver. Calling that black woman a bitch. This nigga is the only animated casket laying looking ass nigga I've ever seen in my life. Let's keep going. Talking about that black woman like that.
her bad when she put out certain singles. You talked about her over and over again with situations with who the nigga she was dealing with. Everything y'all get on this and act like y'all life is all peaches and cream. But I know you old bad breath smell. I know you. I know you. I know you mad. I know you hoes is mad and you jealous. You look at that young fine girl on that stage rocking these clubs each and every night, these appearances, these hosts. She dropping her hottest single out there. You know, Miami, you better not let these old raglan deter nothing you trying to do.
It look like somebody got a slab of asada and just put that shit on the grill. You know that when you get the asada meat and you put it on the grill, you get your spatula, you press it down on that grill. Oh, asada meat face looking ass nigga calling that black woman a bitch. How dare he? And everything about India Arie's career has been upliftment. Everything about her career. This is where, like, yeah, you don't want to get in this ain't about getting in people's beef. This is about stepping up and saying, nah, you, with a women who carry themselves, and I don't know India Arie personally. I don't know her personally. But women who carry themselves the way India Arie has professionally through her music, the messages she's put out there, I don't know much about her. I don't know anything about her personal life, but I don't hardly know anything about any artist's personal life because I don't give a fuck. I care about the art. But when we've had women who express their art the way she has, we got to step up and say, nah, Trick Daddy. It looks like his makeup person is a mortician. That ain't cool. Fat man to fat man, Trick Daddy. Me and you both bad built. So don't talk about that. Don't talk. Me and you both bad built, Trick Daddy. Don't talk about that black woman like that. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. The person who did the makeup on the movie The Distinguished Gentleman put his shit on. Y'all ever seen Distinguished Gentleman by Eddie Murphy? Go look at the makeup job on Eddie Murphy, then go look at this nigga face. You'll see the same person. What's up? I appreciate the super chat. And I appreciate everybody donating to the Black American Music Family Tree Historical Foundation. I appreciate that. Carlin, I appreciate the super chat. Oh, he just said he was played by Eddie Murphy. Yeah. But I appreciate everybody that donates to my music foundation. That's what we need that. We need that. Appreciate y'all. But that ain't cool. That nigga look like he got foundation on top of his foundation. Talk about that black woman like that. The hell your problem?
That's why I don't old bitch. That's why I would not want you old bitch to gain to pass you by. You still stuck in the mother in the 60s.
I know he Trick Daddy, but if he wasn't Trick Daddy the rapper, this nigga he wouldn't have been broke. He would have been that janitor at the school. Y'all, he like that janitor we had at all of our schools. That every time he was looking at all the little young girls. That janitor, he had a wallet. He had a whole like about 50, 11 keys on the side of his wallet, and he always had like a roll of like $500 in his top pocket. And then he see little girls walk by. He come out, count the money real fast. Yeah. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Go and get to class on time. Yeah. It's all right. God damn. They be walking on down that. Hey, Jimmy Ray. You see that motherfucker there? God damn. Motherfucker be having a cigarette in his mouth, right? Yeah, that motherfucker right there. Yeah. That little fine bitch right there, man. That bitch little fine. That little fine bitch right there. God damn, shit. This nigga look like he stops and get a tall can of Budweiser before he go home every night. Get this old menthol smoking ass nigga out here talking about that black woman India Arie like that. That ain't cool. That is not cool. That is not cool. Fat man to fat man. You don't talk about no woman who's carried herself that way, in that way. This motherfucker, if Trick Daddy wasn't Trick Daddy, he'd be that brother at church that's always at church. Y'all ever grew up in church? It was always that dude. He wasn't an usher, he wasn't an elder, but he was always he wasn't even a deacon, but he was always at the church, and he was always the one. You gotta get to church at 6 in the morning. Oh yeah, we got to get to we need the doors open at 6 in the morning because we got to. Oh yeah. Talk to Floyd. Floyd will be there. Hey yo, Floyd. People get to the church. How y'all doing? Yeah, we are. Yeah. We good. Blessed and highly favored. Yeah. This Floyd. Yeah. Who you? Yeah. You don't go to the church, do you? Oh, Miss Alma, thank you for bringing the guests. Yeah. This nigga be at the church. This nigga be the one cleaning up the tables after the repast. Hey, yo, Floyd. Oh, yeah, I got you right there. Yeah, let me get some of that chicken. Yeah. Hey, when I get this chicken and put it in the trash, can I take a little bit of chicken home? You know, my wife Mabel, you know, my wife Mabel gonna want some of this chicken. Yeah, we gonna go and do that. Blessed and highly favored. Blessed and highly favored. Man, please. We Black America, we all got the same experience. I'm in LA, you in Texas. We all know the same people. They exist Trick Daddies exist all throughout Black America. They that old nigga. Like if he wasn't a rapper, he would still have a 96 Sedan DeVille. He would still have a Sedan DeVille. They drive a Lincoln or a Cadillac. When they go to church, they put their jacket in the back in the back row, hanging on a window. Yeah, we all know that same person. And they be looking at all the little young girls. Hey, how you doing? What's your name? What's your name? Yeah. Your name Sharice? Oh yeah, I'm Floyd. Yeah. How your mama doing? How your mama? Sharice? Yeah, your mama? Yeah, Florence. Yeah, Florence, your daughter beautiful, man. This little Sharice, man. Hey, Sharice, don't be letting these little young boys come and say nothing to you, all right? Make sure you pray. Make sure you talk to Jesus. And don't be dealing with the little young boys, all right? Hey, yeah. When next time you come, remember my name is Floyd. Remember that? My name is Floyd. Yeah. God damn. In about 4 more years, that girl gonna be, God damn. That's him. We all know that. We all grew up around them kind of people. We all knew them kind of people. Fat man, Trick Daddy, don't talk to no black woman that carries herself in the way India Arie carries herself like that again. It ain't cool. And it just shows how, you're right, the song has got a catchy beat. And that melody, I just haven't quite that is another song, but I can't get it in my head. I've been all weekend for about a week now. I've been trying to figure out where that melody is from. I got the song, and the song came out in the 2000s. It's like, but I cannot think of the name of that song. I hear the song. I've been hearing the song she got that rhythm from for about a week now. But the name of the song, and for a week now, is bothering me because every time I hear da 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 da, I hear the song, but I can't think of the name. It's most definitely a nursery rhyme. You're right. India is a true artist. Young Miami is somebody that they put up and made a star out of. What's up, Rocky? You back? You over here? You with me now, Rocky? Rocky done woke up. But anyway, you all right, Rocky? So let's move on. Let's move on. We could talk about Trick Daddy all day. Rocky, you wanna leave? Hold on. Let's talk about Godfrey now. Let's talk about Godfrey. Godfrey is on his channel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this fast the whole way through. And then we're going to come back. Well, not all the way through. Well, no, I can't do it that way because I don't want to get a strike. But we're going to play this. And the way he kind of responded to this woman, it was off-putting. I'm going to say that in the least. But this is him being questioned about his response to the 154 Africa podcast. In the meantime, make sure you hit the like button. Hey, and we had our raffle yesterday, and we have our lucky winner. Our lucky winner, I sent you an email so I can verify your address before I send you my signed copy of the Black American Music Family Tree Foundation artwork. But you can get yours. If you aren't a winner, you can still get yours at dewanb.com. All right. But listen to this. This is in response to the David Oyelowo podcast. Now, I hear you, Jonah, that's not One Nation Under the Roof. I'm going to find it, though. I'm going to find it, but thank you. Let's listen.
Podcast, which is a dope-ass podcast. And by
this was him responding to Karen Hunter bringing up David Oyelowo. I'm not going to jump into that because Karen Hunter said like a lot of foul stuff, so I'm not going to get into his beef with Karen Hunter. That's two people that can handle their own stuff. I ain't got no issues with Karen Hunter at all. But we just don't see eye to eye. And that Greg Carr guy that she has coming around, we just see things differently. I'm going to leave it at that. So for that reason, I'm not going to jump in their stuff.
the way, David Oyelowo has apologized, but British black people do not have a perspective of him.
This is him talking about, let me go back a little bit. He's talking about David Oyelowo apologizing and British black people not having the right perspective. Listen to this excuse right here, and we're going to break this excuse down, all right?
And that shit. Look at her now. Now she wants to jump on David Oyelowo because she don't have fucking nothing else to talk about. So she gonna jump on my podcast, which is a dope ass podcast. And by the way, David Oyelowo has apologized, but British black people do not have a perspective of American blacks. Even get it. But the fact is that these mistakes need to happen. So we can't.
He says so. He's talking about David Oyelowo. For those of you who don't know, David Oyelowo went on his podcast and he talked about a black Southern accent. And he said a black Southern accent, he said you take a Nigerian accent and you slow it down and you put oppression and subservience on it. And as all of the black people who've seen that, we were like, To Godfrey's credit, Godfrey did not say that. And I sometimes know as a host of a podcast, sometimes things go over your head, or sometimes I've been in this situation, not on this podcast, not on mine, but on the other one I used to do with a group of people. Sometimes when you're on a group podcast, you can hear some stuff that's foul, but you be like, oh shit, do I say something? You don't know who booked that person. Maybe if a certain person booked that guest, you know, and you're on a podcast, this podcast isn't necessarily, it's his podcast, but there's sponsors and corporations and other things going on. So I want to give Godfrey somewhat of a pass in the slightest way when sometimes you don't know how to respond. I'm going to acknowledge that, Godfrey. I'm going to acknowledge that, okay, maybe you were in a situation. I'm going to acknowledge that. I can't necessarily say give you a pass because the past, honestly, I got to take the past back. The past ain't mine to give. I can't give a pass to Black America. Black America was rightly offended. But as a content creator, I do understand the pickle that can put you in sometimes. So I will acknowledge to you, Godfrey, that, hey, it could have been a pickle, and I'll acknowledge it as a content creator. I'll give you that grace. Now, as far as how my chat room and everybody else feel, you're your own. I ain't jumping in front of that one for you ass nigga. Now, let's keep going.
And talk about it. So we can have people going, damn, I fucked up. I think David probably didn't mean it that way, but the British Black experience is so different than the Black American experience. He probably...
This is what he does. This is where you have an issue, Godfrey. You're making excuses and saying that he didn't know. The British Black experience is different. I want to make this very clear to Godfrey and everybody else. I don't need your experience to have respect for you. I don't need to walk 1,000 miles in your shoes. I don't need to go through what you went through to have respect for you and your culture. I would never, ever, ever go to Africa and say the difference between a Nigerian voice and a Black American voice is you make sure you add education to it, and then you do like Pee Wee Herman, and when you know how to, that's how you get the Nigerian accent. God damn it, I know that shit's disrespectful. If I say you add a click and a clack, you take a Texas accent, you speed it up, and you add a click and a clack, and now you get a Nigerian accent. That would be disrespectful, wouldn't it? I don't have to live your experience to say add a clack, clack, click, 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 clack to the word. Throw some clicks on that shit. Just bought a Cadillac. Throw some clicks on that shit. That would be disrespectful. What I just said was hella disrespectful, and I apologize, but it was funny. I just felt like cracking the joke to make a point. I'm just having fun. But I wouldn't need to experience your experience. I'm just giving that as an example. I'm just giving it. I don't have to live the African experience to not think that would be disrespectful. Let's keep going.
It was like, no, it's a little subservient. They don't know any better. A lot of them just don't know any better.
No, they don't know any better. They know to not go to the white men and say, you come from Kez. You tell me something, they don't know any better. They will never go to a white person and be like, why are you so pink? God did not make pink people. Why are you so pink? They would never do that because they got respect for white people. So because people like David Oyelowo got respect for white people, he'll never say, you go to the white man and he's pink. Appreciate the Cash App. Much appreciation on the Cash App. And y'all get the Cash App $ DeWanB1. Y'all notice how they never had these gaffes for white people? Out of all the interviews that David Oyelowo has done, has he ever offended white people? Rashida Anderson, I appreciate that. I appreciate the donation. Just saying,
You know, and I think it's good
I'm
that
not
people
gonna get into that.
listen.
It
Hold up.
definitely sounded like some white people shit.
What-
I'm sorry.
what'd you say?
It was whack. But I said I'm sorry, but it definitely sounded like some white people shit. But you know, I get it.
But
can only look from
what
his
I'm saying is,
perspective.
that's what. Where do you think they're
got
colonized? It's colonial mentality. That's white people shit. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think people were responding because we appreciate the fact that, you know, although your heritage is Nigerian, listen, I've been through all the arguments with ex-boyfriend, Nigerian, the whole nine. So I understand.
Yeah, but I grew up.
what
First
I'm
of all, I grew up in
saying is
Chicago.
We were a little surprised by your reaction. to him
I don't
because
give a
felt
fuck
like
what y'all were thinking because I did not.
Y'all heard that? I don't give a fuck what y'all was thinking.
I didn't make him say that.
I didn't say it.
I didn't make him say that. So fuck all of that. Because you all sit there and try to pick at the smallest shit, waiting for us to fuck up. First of all, me and Akbar.
Picking at the smallest shit, waiting for us to fuck up. No, that's where, Godfrey, you don't understand our culture. And I understand you were raised in Chicago. But culturally, in Black America, the same. If you grin, you in. If you see somebody saying something about, our culture works like this. If somebody's talking a certain way about somebody that we know, and you laugh with them, the way our culture sees that is you agree with them. Whether you Black American in Chicago, in Memphis, in Dallas, in LA, Oakland, DC, chat room, am I right? Is that not a cultural thing for us? Andre Lawrence, I appreciate the donation to the foundation. I finally saw a donation. It's the first one I've seen. Appreciate the donation to the foundation. But Cheryl, tell me if I'm wrong. Culturally with us, that's why so many people have fallen out. Oh, you was with that motherfucker. Okay. Okay. All right, I see you. I see you. I don't care if you're in Philly, Buffalo. I don't care if you're in Birmingham or Georgia. Churchwell, I appreciate the Cash App. Much appreciation. Thank you. So this is where it's best to learn the nuance. Cultures have nuances. There are cultural nuances. And that's a major nuance for us as Black Americans. I found out recently, not recently, I've been knowing, but my videos, they tend to get to people. My videos tend to get to people. I had that conversation with Lupe Fiasco the other day, or old video I did on him. I remember a video I did on, what's his name, Hannibal Buress years ago. That videos I say get to people. So I'm doing this as an educational piece for Godfrey and people who share similar frustrations as Godfrey. Our culture will look at anybody funny who laughs along with people who hate us or express that they hate us. That's what our culture will do. Let's keep going.
Akbar grew up in Crenshaw.
Hold on. There's no such thing as growing up in Crenshaw. Violation. Let me play it again.
That because you all sit there and try to pick at the smallest shit, waiting for us to fuck up. First of all, me and Akbar grew up in Crenshaw. All right, I grew up in.
There's no such thing as in Crenshaw. You either grew up in the Crenshaw district, you grew up around Crenshaw. I grew up in the Crenshaw district. Me and Akbar are around the same age, and I ain't never seen this cat. Akbar must have been inside in Crenshaw. He wasn't in the Rancho Cienega pool. He wasn't hooping at Rancho Cienega Park. He wasn't hooping at Crenshaw High on the weekends. He wasn't doing that. I know I was. He wasn't riding his bike down MLK in Marlton. He must not have been riding his bike up and down Degnan and 43rd, because there's no such thing as in Crenshaw. But I have seen enough of that show to know that Akbar does not represent the black folks in the Crenshaw district. That's my neighborhood right there. Now, we do know that now there were Africans that were there, but they was inside. They went to schools on the other side of town. I don't know. But just because people grew up around us don't mean that they understand us. And based on the questions that Akbar asked, that leads me to believe that this brother was inside. And I did have some African friends. I had one friend named Aaron Akwaboa. He was a Ghanaian. This is the first person I ever met from Ghana. We met in the 3rd grade. He went to my Coliseum Elementary. Aaron Akwaboa. Aaron was cool as hell too. So all through elementary school, me and Aaron Akwaboa were cool as hell. We was like, what the fuck is an Akwaboa? We had to learn this. He's like, it means water snake. We were like, oh shit, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. There's no such thing as in Crenshaw.
Chicago, some of the blackest cities around. Chicago's the most segregated city in this country. So I know what black Americans
LA is just as segregated. Well, was.
are like, because I was stopped by cops, harassed by cops.
Here's the part I want to get to. He equates being black to the police. I'm tired of this trope. Listen to this part.
In this country. So I know what black Americans are like because I was stopped by cops, harassed by cops, called nigga, the whole nine. Okay, so I'm a little bit different, but that show.
That right there. The black experience is so much bigger than being stopped by the cops. I am so tired. Chat room, press the number 5 if you tired too. And anyone watching later on, press 5 in the comments after the video's over with. If you are tired of the black experience being boiled down to your experience with cops, please press the number 5. Show the world how tired you are of your black experience being boiled down oh God, to your interaction with the police. It is mind-numbing. It really is. And let me tell you why. When I was in my 20s, I used to get pulled over a lot. I got pulled over a lot in my 20s. I mean, when I had my F-150, I had an F-150 on 22s. We're talking about the years between 2002 and 2004. I would get pulled over at least once a month. And then I wisened up and I'm like, I'm tired of getting pulled over. So what did I do? I bought an Audi A4, then I bought an Audi A6. And when I had the Audis, I never got pulled over. Then I said, okay, I'm a little bit older. And I got a Chevy Tahoe, a black Chevy Tahoe, originally on 24s. Kept getting pulled over, so I took the 24s off, put some regular old white boy rodeo tires on. And then I got tired and I changed cars and I stopped getting pulled over as much. But I'll go so far, especially when I have my F-150, I'll go so far as says I got pulled over at least 25 times. And yes, and I'm talking about just between the ages of like 20 and 24. Then when I had my Tahoe, I got pulled over like another like 15 times. So I've been pulled over 50, 60 times by the LAPD. And I have 0 moving violations. I still to this day have a clean driving record. Never had a speeding ticket. Never had a running the stoplight ticket. I have a knock on wood, 27-year driving history with no tickets. But I've been pulled over well over 50, 60 times. With that being said, being pulled over by the police is such a minuscule part of the Black experience. It doesn't even add up. Have I been thrown on the police hood? Yes. But being Black in America means shit, growing up in the Crenshaw district, seeing the lowriders on Crenshaw on Sundays, riding my bike and seeing the lowriders and good music. Being Black in America means family reunions. It's your cousins visiting you from Texas on the years between family reunions. It's you visiting your cousins in Louisiana. That's being black. Being Black in America is sitting in a circle and talking about each other all day, clowning it. To me, being Black, interactions with police, it doesn't even move the scale. And I've been pulled over a lot. I've been harassed by the Malibu sheriffs. I remember being followed by the Malibu sheriffs into the border of Malibu and Santa Monica the week after Matrice Richardson went missing. Who remembers Matrice Richardson? Them same Malibu sheriffs harassed me like within the same week of that happening. You don't think that was on my mind? I did not have a peachy cream. But with that being said, Black America is church. Black America is having to go to church when you don't want to. Mama, I want to see Bobby's World. Mama be like, man, fuck Bobby and his world. You going to church. That's being Black. Being Black is laughing at that one usher you see at church every week, who, like, when the music get to playing, he gonna start doing them damn church dances and he gonna get to saluting and shouting, and that's the Black experience. Going to church when you don't want to. Like playing nigga ball. Nigga ball was fun. I talked about nigga ball the other day. Tackle basketball. That's how we played nigga ball. Tackle basketball on the asphalt. Those are my memories. That's what I think about when I think about being Black. I think about having our own spaces, having like going to the club and having a good time. You know, just. I get so offended. I'm so tired. We have so many cultural nuances that you cannot get being just around us. There's so many cultural nuances that we have. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button. And step outside on this beautiful, bright day. We are in the Sirius Gateway, where Sirius is in direct alignment with our sun. And so on days like this, if you notice, the sun shines a little bit brighter in and around the 4th of July because of that. And that's why our flag is red, white, and blue. Shut up, Siri. I wasn't talking to you, bitch. These things be listening, y'all. I got to push a button to talk to Siri, and she just start talking out of nowhere. But yeah, nah, Godfrey, that's no. But it gets worse, y'all. It gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse. I'm going to put the image up. Let's keep going.
Oh, what our show is, it's just 9-10 months. We're doing really well. It's needed. Nothing's gonna be perfect. So when someone goes, I didn't like your reaction, you're not my fucking parent, first off. And I'm the first person, if I fuck up, I'll go, man, my bad. But David said it. So to villainize me is bullshit. That's Black shit. Just trying to have something to bitch about.
Another negative connotation of being black. That's black stuff, having something to bitch about. First off, he threw David under the bus. That was him, it wasn't me. But then he said that's some black shit. Hold on. Does Donald Trump not throw any and everybody under the bus when the heat is on him? Godfrey, are you not throwing David Oyelowo under the bus now the heat is on you? We're talking about your reaction to what he said. And you threw him right under the bus and then turned around and said that that's some black shit. No, it's not black shit. It's chicken shit. Whoever's chicken shit throw other people under the bus. White, black, Hispanic, Asian, Nigerian, Ghanaian, South African, Connecticut, New Yorker, Californian. That's what people with low character do. But he attributes a low character problem that exists throughout humanity, that literally exists throughout humanity, and says that's some black stuff. Now we finding out how you really feel. You take a low character issue that exhibits itself across humanity, across races, across ages, across genders, and you ascribe that to black. Listen to that part again.
Parent, first off. And I'm the first person, if I fuck up, I'll go, man, my bad. But David said it. So to villainize me is bullshit. That's black shit, just trying to have something to bitch about. See, what we're doing is...
Black shit is trying to have something to bitch about. Hold on. Yes, sir. Did we not just cover Colin Cowherd, a white dude, saying that the issue with Jaylen Brown is he thinks he's too smart? Ain't that finding something to bitch about? They're bitching about a black athlete because he works for NASA and he thinks that he's too smart. Everybody does that. But now, because Godfrey said it's a bad thing, it's a black thing? Chat, I am not done. I am not done. It gets worse.
We're trying to work out our kinks. People are traumatized. Black Americans are traumatized. Caribbeans are traumatized. Africans are traumatized. Everybody's traumatized. Black women are traumatized.
Yes, people are traumatized. Yes, people are. Everybody's traumatized. America's traumatized. Hell, you don't think a lot of these white folks aren't traumatized? Their granddaddies was orphans, possibly hatched in a Cabbage Patch. You don't think that has passed down? Yeah, everybody is traumatized. Still does not make you an excuse when you disrespect the culture and say things like, you need oppression in the voice. To sound black American, you lower your tone and you put slavery and oppression in your voice. That ain't trauma. That is, I think I'm better than you. Let's call it what it is. Yeah, white supremacy does. We are having the mindset that, the overall mindset that a lot of Africans has, we are better than them. A lot of British Africans that are in America, we are better than you because of our education. And we are more cultured, and we speak 5 languages, and we are more classically trained actors. And we got the numbers, and we are better than you because we drive a Mercedes and wear stonewashed jeans and a tuxedo shirt. We are better than you because we do not lotion our heels. Look at you dirty Americans wasting money on juggins. You do not need juggins. Ashes from God. Ashy knuckles, ashy ankles, and education is why we are better than you. Education. Ashy knuckles and ashy heels. Yeah, I'm talking shit. Why not? This is what we do as black Americans. Leave us alone. You don't want us to talk shit, just leave us the fuck alone. That's what we do in our culture. We talk shit. It ain't personal.
Black men are traumatized. So this is all coming from trauma. And this should be a therapeutic podcast. It should be a podcast where we go, hey man, we fucked up. We got to talk about these things. But to just go, I'm disappointed. None of you motherfuckers are my parent. None of you. Nobody's perfect talking shit to me. You do a podcast and do better then. But my thing is, I'm doing this for the good of all of us to bridge a gap and all this, oh, you're a tether, you're a this, you can eat a dick. I'm just not talking to you, miss. I'm just saying in the general. But
Okay,
you
all
can
right,
eat
now
a dick
listen,
for real.
I personally didn't use the word tether for Godfrey. But, hey, Godfrey, let me say something, brother. And I still got respect for Godfrey. I'm not going to throw you. Look, y'all put Godfrey wherever y'all want to put him. He whatever to me. I never was, it's I don't care what people do with other people, your opinion on people. I just don't have space in my time right now to be focused in on somebody, on Godfrey. But I will say this. You can't bring people together. You ain't Martin Luther the King. Hell, Martin Luther the King couldn't bring people together. You ain't. This nigga think he Mahatma Godfrey. What the fuck going on here? This nigga, you can't. The hell you think you're doing? There's no bringing people together. The best you can do is educate and teach. And when you educate and teach, you can't control who's going to receive and who's not. As a teacher, as somebody who likes to educate like I do, I completely understand that out of all the words that I say, if it's 1,000 people listening, 4 people might get it. The other 996 is just entertainment. You can't. I don't think I'm over here when I educate. I'm going to change the world through my Black American Music Family Tree Foundation. I'm going to get everybody to come together by learning about Black American music. Let me tell you something, y'all. I don't give a fuck if y'all come together or not. But for the people who have a desire to be educated on information and history, I provide it for you. Everybody else can fuck off. You ain't bringing nobody together. And matter of fact, if you have the power to bring people together, they shut your ass down so goddamn fast. I don't even want the power to bring people together. Shit. Hey, government, I know y'all listening. Dewan Brown, Dewan B, this channel, this is not the We All Coming Together station, all right? This is the information station, and take with it what you may. G. Kennedy, I appreciate the Cash App. Much appreciation for the Cash App. This is a learn what you will and let the rest slide. That takes a massive ego to think you're bringing people together. Maybe that's where the frustration is coming from. I don't know. I hope the good brother Godfrey learns that, that's a tall task. That's a tall task. But let's keep going. It gets worse.
I'm a tether, I'm a this, all these terms for a bunch of traumatized black folk. It's like, first of all, I'm a very well-read man when it comes to black life. Very well-read. I've done mounds of going to see the minister, Savior's Day, all kinds of shit. I met Stokely Carmichael. I met Francis Cress Welsing. I met all these people. Did you? I can question a lot of people on that.
I was in college at the same time. Let me just say real quick.
He says being black is being well-read. Being black is being well-read. Godfrey, you cannot measure blackness in books. Why you're coming, let me see how this goes. Why you dogging out? Who's dogging out Godfrey? Let me tell you something, dealing with the real. Let me tell you the real. If you don't like what we're talking about, get the fuck out of here. Back to what we're talking about. So, Godfrey is over here saying that blackness is tied down to reading books. That's another thing that's offensive. You can't measure blackness. Like, our culture does not have a measuring stick. You know where my blackness comes from, Godfrey? What you read from Dr. Welsing, I was able to talk to my grandmother about and learn through her experiences. What you read, see, look, you read the autobiography of Malcolm X, but my dad is the one that put me in the car and drove me around the corner to the corner of 57th Street and Broadway in Los Angeles and showed me the building that Malcolm X's mosque was shot up in. And my dad, we walked around and we got the car and he showed me how the bullets, they were using armor-piercing rounds because they went through his mosque and into the house behind the mosque. And my dad was able to tell me about being at home and hearing those gunshots ring out when he was 10. When he was 10 or 11. No, like 8 or 9. Somewhere around there. So what you read in the book, my father, that's the difference between getting your blackness out of a book and living the experience. And this is why the experience goes deeper than being pulled over. You have a woman on the phone line right now that's trying to tell you, hey, that ain't cool. And you're trying to say you got your blackness through a book. And although I respect Godfrey for getting his black, for reading the books, these are books that, in my opinion, not enough black people pick up. So I salute Godfrey for at least learning. But you can't measure that your learned knowledge against our applied knowledge. This work that I'm doing right now, I'm doing a real heavy article right now on the history of R&B. Subscribe to my Substack, y'all. Substack.com, Dewan B. On my Substack, I'm going to do a really long article, but I'm going to shorten it. It's still going to be a 5-piece article on incense and ashtrays on the history of R&B. Substack is going to have an even deeper one. But I brought that up because when it comes to the history of Central Avenue, I didn't have to read that in the book. I drove down the street with my grandfather, and my grandfather saying, that's where Count Basie used to play. That's where I saw Miles Davis. This is the house that I lived in when my grandfather's uncle was close with Count Basie, and Count Basie's band would practice in my grandfather's uncle's house. So my grandfather was 13, 14 years old. He got to hear the Count Basie band practice in his living room before going to go play on Central Avenue. That's what being black is. Here, being black is, my grandfather used to cut chickens for Nat King Cole, and he would sell chickens to Nat King Cole and go over his house and prepare the food. That's being black in America. It's not about the police, and it's not about a book. And you cannot measure your book knowledge against our lived knowledge. That's offensive. Yeah, Wyoming Harris. R&B was cultivated on Central Avenue in LA. People don't understand that. Atlantic Records was in New York. Chicago has some record companies. But it was the small independent labels like Aladdin Records where Wyoming Harris was signed to. Amos Brown, Charles Brown. And it was Central Avenue that opened up the first row of clubs exclusively dedicated to rhythm and blues. When other parts of the country was focused still on jazz and blues and would kind of maybe throw one rhythm and blues act, it was here in Los Angeles in the 1940s that rhythm and blues got its first city that was dedicated solely to rhythm and blues music. And this is 20 years before the record industry moved to LA. The record industry didn't move to LA until 1965. Black LA started a half century before the record label moved here through jazz. And rhythm and blues got its foundation on Central Avenue in Los Angeles. But you only that's something that you hear through lived experience because my grandfather was there. My dad used to drive down the street and say, that's where James Brown used to perform in the 50s. When I was 6 years old, I remember 7 years old, and I remember James Brown marquee would be on that billboard every year my whole childhood. That's being black in America. Not reading about it. Let's keep going.
You know what I mean? If we're gonna do a measure on blackness, I'll probably stomp most of you.
He said if we're gonna do a measure on blackness, he'll probably stomp most of us. That's very offensive, brother. You can't measure blackness. You can't. You cannot measure blackness. And the fact that you equated your blackness to the police and books is proof you don't understand what blackness is. And I can see he's frustrated. Godfrey's very frustrated. He's very frustrated. And I get it. But you're frustrated because you think that you can measure blackness. You cannot measure blackness, brother. No such thing. Let's keep going.
It's not sensitivity. It ain't sensitivity. Don't fucking ever say that to me. Okay. It's not sensitivity. It's passion because I'm on point. I'm not here to make you like, don't try to play good.
Cussing at her. It's not sensitivity, it's passion. No, brother, it's sensitivity. Williams, I appreciate the cash app, Williams. He says it's not sensitivity, it's passion. He's really starting to go off right here.
Good guy, like, you're getting sensitive. No, this is passionate shit. And I'm real about it. When people go, oh, you shouldn't have done, fuck all of that.
I know, but what I'm trying to tell you is you keep switching off, Godfrey. I wasn't.
What'd you say?
Like that. I'm telling you, you've always represented that.
Always, but then you get one little thing and you guys, as much as I speak up for black women, what do you think that does to me in this business when I'm speaking up for you guys? I speak up for you motherfuckers all the time. Most celebrities
I speak up for you motherfuckers all the time. If that's what it if that's what it is, I'd rather you not speak up for black people, honestly. Keep your career going. Don't sacrifice your career for us. But there's a whole thing about, here's going back to him laughing with the David Oyelowo guy. Once as a culture we see you laugh with somebody else, we don't want you speaking for us. We don't trust you. Probably better off just don't. Cause that goes back. That goes back to like that Jay-Z shit. I'ma say I'm for the culture and stand next to Kaepernick, and then go right behind Kaepernick's back and cut a deal with the NFL. That ain't cool. FBA, non-FBA, tether, white, Asian. You don't come take a picture with me and then stab me in the back while we both smiling together in the picture. You got a knife in my back. You can't go back to the good deeds you've done when you put a knife in my back. You're right. That's entitlement. Straight up entitlement. Straight up entitlement.
In Hollywood, don't say a goddamn thing about y'all. And I'm always opening my mouth for you guys. I try my best. But I do one thing, you guys just go off.
I get it. All right. Dante,
yes.
Can you just stop for a second? Can you speak to this? I really was just trying to say that I was just surprised, to be honest, throughout the whole interview. I felt like, I was with you guys because I felt like you was low-key side-eyeing him. So I'm not saying I felt like...
Well, first of all, I don't even remember when he said the shit. You really weren't even paying attention.
So you get the gist of what it is and how he feels. I'm over the phone line 323-705-5150. What do y'all think about this? 323-705-5150. Phone lines are now open. Phone lines are now open. Phone lines are now open. We're not these poor, destitute people, Brother Godfrey. We'll be fine. If you want to step up and say positive things about us, then salute. But that does not give you a pass for that 154 Africa program. That program is a problem. That program is a problem. For a program that's all about uniting Africa, y'all bring a lot of people on that guest, on this guest. They always bring us up. If you're about uniting Africa, deal with Africa's problems. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, the one, it's Ariel.
What's up, Ariel? What's on your mind?
Not much, man. I'm just at work. Well, first off, on the Trick Daddy and India Arie, I grew up on India Arie. I did not grow up on Trick Daddy. So India Arie.
That's why you balanced. But go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So I don't like or respect what he said, and he was spot on. He does look like he's just embalming fluid just swishing around in his body.
Yeah.
Shit's crazy. But because Young Miami, she was over there with Diddy, threatening women that she would have Diddy drink her piss or some shit like that. I can't remember exactly what it was.
I'm glad you brought that up because he was saying that she's doing all these positive things. But she was like one of Diddy's little slut mules, wasn't she?
Yes, she allegedly. Yeah, she had to lay low. Yeah, she had to lay low when Diddy got jammed up. Rightfully so. Fuck Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
But also on the Godfrey point, is I don't for me, I don't use the word I don't really use the word tether a whole lot because there's a lot of homegrown coons that I got an even bigger problem with before I even get to the foreign-born ones, like Stephen A. Smith and Jay-Z. There's a lot of homegrown coons we got to take care of, in my opinion, before we even simultaneously, the homegrown ones and the foreign-born ones before we even get to other groups.
Yeah,
but. For Godfrey is a lot of tether tendencies that he would show in that entire clip.
Yeah, it's and that's why and I'm the kind of person that use whatever words you feel are good enough for you to use. That's how I look at it. But the way I see it is this: I like using words that get exactly to the point. That's why I continue to use words like retard. Everybody knows what a retard is when you say it. You know what I mean? You don't have to say 4 or 5 things afterward. I have good brothers and sisters that have immigrated to this country who lay low, make their money, mind their own business, no problem. Then you got other people who immigrate to this country and they look like us, but they aren't us. So that's why I like to use the word. But people, if you don't do that, it don't apply to you. But for those who don't want to use the word, I also agree with that too. Because I see how you can feel that can add to the confusion. But I'm also with you right there. It is about targeting people who undermine us, whether you're from here or not from here. If you get in our way and you misrepresent us, and you allow people to misrepresent us on your platform and you don't check them, I don't care if you black. That's why I went at Trick Daddy. I probably went at Trick Daddy harder than I went at Godfrey. It don't matter where you from. You fucking with us, man.
Yeah, I agree. Because at the end of the day, if you a coon, regardless of where you grew up or who your folks were, I mean, that skin is black and you're doing a lot of anti-black shit, so I don't fuck with you.
Real talk. I got a bunch of calls coming through, man. Thanks for giving us a call.
All right, no problem. Later, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, didn't Trick Daddy look remember those Pee-wee's Playhouse, those clay characters on Pee-wee's Playhouse? Don't Trick Daddy skin like that? The little clay characters on at Pee Wee's Playhouse. He kind of look like Trick Daddy. Kind of look like that. Who remembers the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the Christmas one with the little clay Santa Claus with the red nose, the cartoon? It's not a cartoon. It's like it came out like in the 70s, but we still watched it in the 80s. That Christmas cartoon. Who knows a Christmas cartoon? His skin looks like it got that texture to it. What's up, Carter? What's the name? Where you calling from?
Peace, Dwan.
Peace. What's on your mind, my brother?
This is How you doing, man?
I'm
this
good.
Is Adam calling from Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. What's on your mind, brother?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I just want to say, man, that Godfrey, he is a problem, man. He's been doing this for a while. You know, this isn't the first time that he's said or hasn't spoken up for FBAs on his platform. And I think a lot of us are just disappointed and is not stepping up, you know?
Yeah.
So if he's going to say that he's representing for the FBAs, then when he has people on his platform and they speak sideways, then it's upon him to say something, you know, and check that energy.
That's real talk, and especially and I think it's bigger than just David Oyelowo. I think the podcast been around for 10 months, and it's like every 2 weeks. The only time you see anything their clips go viral is them talking about us. Is David Oyelowo one week? Is Jeannie Yashir the next week? Is somebody Mabutu Nabulu the next week? And it's just a constant thing. When I think we just kind of tired of it, man. But I got a bunch of people calling in, man. Thanks for giving us a call.
Thanks, Ron. Peace.
I'm gonna shorten the phone calls up because I got a lot of y'all calling in, and I can only take one call at a time. So I'm gonna shorten the phone calls up so I can get to everybody that's calling in. But yeah, I think it's not just David Oyelowo. This shit's been. That's why, if y'all notice, this channel right here, 3 weeks ago I did a show. 154 Africa podcast is a problem, and I did this show before David Oyelowo. And I noticed after I did my show, a bunch of other people started talking about the same thing. But 3 weeks ago, before David Oyelowo, or around the time David Oyelowo said this BS, I talked about that particular podcast. Because that particular podcast keeps bringing us up. It's better off that you just leave us alone. If it's about uniting Africa. If it's about uniting Africa, tend to African business. There's a lot of business y'all need to handle. What's up, Carter? What's the name? Where you calling from?
It's Dana from Pasadena.
Oh, what's up, Dana? What's on your mind?
Yeah, I have a couple of points. As far as Trick Daddy is concerned, he is like a washed-up rapper. He shouldn't have came at India Arie like that. Since the advent of the Kardashians, we have been getting mediocrity after mediocrity. I listened to Young Miami's song, and what I have to say is there is an expiration date. Not everybody is a Diddy. Not everybody is going to pick you up. That song is whack. Yeah. So much for that. But Trick Daddy was out of pocket coming at India Arie like that. She has a right to voice her opinion and what she has to say. She wasn't demeaning the song. She was just saying that there's a vibration. We all listen to music. Music brings us together, and there is a vibration to it. And you teach us that through your music classes, and even in your podcast. When you talk about music, you let us know that there's a vibration to all of it. And hey, it can either make you love or make you hate.
All right. Thanks for giving us a call,
So
Dana.
what I wanted to...
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm not done. What I really want to talk about was Godfrey and his cosplaying. And you were right when you said that you can't learn Black from a book. I came from my family reunion last weekend. We were in Chicago, and our family's from Mississippi, and all of us, even me, we fell right back into my grandmother's vernacular and how she spoke to us. And that's what culture is. That's what Blackness is. Blackness is the Vaseline on your face. Blackness is make sure you take a sweater. It's what you do in your households and the way we were raised. Mm-hmm. So people say we don't have a culture, but we have the culture, and everybody is trying to imitate it, including Godfrey. Yes, he spoke up for Black women. Yes, he spoke up for Black people, but he spoke up for us from a vantage point of what he saw and not what he experienced. going to Farrakhan rallies is not going to teach you that. You're listening and you feel empowered, then go out. But now we're finding out with this 154 podcast that he's been cosplaying the whole time. And now that he's gotten a little recognition through Vlad, that was the start of it. That's when I saw it. And from 25 years of hitting the stage and the circuit, he wasn't recognized. He was constantly asked in interviews about why aren't you bigger? You're the man with all the voices. You do voices better than anybody, and you're, kind of here. And now he's getting a little recognition with this 154 podcast. And, now they're doing merch. So it's his show is getting really recognized on the podcast platform, and he doesn't want to go back to struggle, so he's throwing us under the bus, and we're collateral damage.
We're Black Americans are the cheat code to clicks. Thanks for getting us called that, and I got a bunch of people calling that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we're the cheat codes to clicks. When Lupe Fiasco called into my show, he told me to get this book, The Physics of Sound, and I've been listening. I've been reading this for the last. It finally came in the mail about a week ago, and I've been reading this book, literally breaking down the science on what sound does to you, how it motivates you, how it moves you, because I want to learn a little bit more of the scientific side of it. But as a professional musician, as a drummer, I know through lived experience what sound does to you and what drums do to you. Lene, was that Lene just called in? I tried to answer, it didn't pick up. I just got a missed call. Call back. But I remember just all my years on drums, just the texture and how I hit my snare. Do I hit it flat on the head or do I rim shot? The difference in a flat hit and the rim shot makes the music pop different. And when it pops different, you bop different. Music has a for real vibration to it. The drums, the kick pedal. 1, 2. I'm going to play an example on the radio after this call. What's up, Carl? What's the name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up? What's up, big bro? Hey, I'm checking in from Oceanside, man.
Oceanside. What's the name, my brother?
Yeah, man. I think somebody got called a African Chicago booty scratcher or something, bro. They done had they feelings skidding for a minute, man. Cause I'm intelligent. No, nothing but intelligent people come on here, bro. Sounds like you got something, against us that's slowly seeping out. But I want them to let it all out, man, because we don't need you, bro. We don't need you for a damn thing. You just like these Asians. You might give them a pass, D-Big, man, because y'all on the comedian tip. But I'm from the streets, man. I go upside that man's head, man, with that shiny-ass forehead, bro. You ain't us, bro. You better bump that Kendrick again and bump it in African while you doing it.
The nigga said bump it in African.
You ain't us, bro. Get that through your head. And while y'all on your little podcast talking, focus on Africa, bro, because it's effed up over there, bro. We getting ours together over here. We know you listening. You can't play both sides of the field. That's called a traitor, bro. You better go read the Civil War since you know so much about us, bro. You don't know nothing about us. You don't know nothing about my grandfather, bro. Saved Germans, okay? Got a Purple Heart for saving his battalion and small heads. Mm-hmm. You don't know nothing about us, bro. And our experience ain't just relegated to the police. Now, young player, you say you've been pulled over 50, 60. Okay, I'm 120 plus.
See?
Nigga, I already know what to tell the police when they get to me.
Right.
What we doing? What we doing, Mr. Policeman? Because I don't give a fuck about you pulling me over, nigga. What that supposed to mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm from Memphis, man. And I'm from the West Coast. So you're dealing with the wrong kind of cat. So, Godfrey, you and your booty scratching ass.
That's they talking that real. Yeah, there's a science to sound. Like, even it's subtle things that non-musicians wouldn't understand. Like the kick pedal. You take a song like Billie Jean. It makes you dance in a certain way because there's just a kick on the 1 and the 3. It provides a vast open space for you to dance in a groove of. Same thing with songs like Atomic Dog. You take a song like Atomic Dog, there's a different groove because it's a straight 1, 2. That kick just goes one time. And then you can change the kick up. And based on the kick, you go from a groove to like I can make you do the robot when I dance. When you dance, like as a drummer, I can make you bust out into the robot. Let me explain. Hold on one call. I'm gonna get right to you. Hold on one second. Like this is a beat that you heard a lot in the early '80s when the robot was a big dance. You speed the song up to about 120 beats a minute, and then you play right here, and then you just double that kick up. Let me give you an example.
Everybody scream.
Hear that? Dun, 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 dun. Just by varying my foot like that, you go from doing the more open style dance to the robot. You may go from locking to popping and locking just by switching my foot pedal up. And you heard that sound a lot in the early 80s on the kick, something you don't hear much anymore because the dances have shifted. But the movement of the kick, the movement of the drums, small little things in the music influence your body to do different things. That's the power and the science of music. Songs like Jiggalette by Ozone and Tina Marie. Just the variation on the kick and the tempo totally changes how the body moves and dances. That's how deep the science of music is. Music ain't nothing you play with. Trick Daddy. The hell your problem? What's up, caller? What's the name? Where you calling from?
My name's Donald from Los Angeles. Man, how you doing?
What's on your mind, my brother? Your phone breaking up. Are you on Bluetooth? Get on. I think if you're on Bluetooth, let the Bluetooth go.
Okay, no problem.
There you go.
You
You
hear me
good?
now? Yeah, so that's the win. Like, Trick Daddy really disappointed me because I actually grew up on Trick Daddy and India Arie. So I'm kind of, I listen to both of them. And the reason why Trick Daddy disappointed me because India Arie been fighting for black women for years to get loved and accepted, regardless of who they are, whether it's shape, size, creed, or hair, what so not. She actually went against the structure and the disgrace and the discrepancies that the regulators putting up against black folks. So why would you want to go up against that just because she figured out against what Young Miami's saying? But that just kind of show how the balance is getting off because it was a time where you wouldn't really dish the women like India Arie or the X-Clans or the Public Enemies because you actually respected what they stood for. Whether you wasn't into it or nothing like that, you still respected them and what they was about. And you know what I mean? So that just lets you know that your Chick Daddy on some nonsense. And he disappointed me because, you know, he basically my OG age-wise. So he come from that era just like you come from that era, even though you might be older. But even I come from a little bit of the tail end of that era too, where if you was the Malcolm X or the Farrakhan, even if you wasn't Islam or whatever, you didn't bother them because you knew what they were standing for. You knew what they should. You left them alone, exactly, because you know what they was about. You knew what they was right. And as far as the Godfrey, man, all I gotta say is, man, it's gonna be more people getting exposed and more of these tethers getting exposed that was talking about they was on our side, and it's gonna be some that's getting. It's something that's going to be showing that they were solid. So just look at it as the wheat and the tares getting chopped down, man.
Right.
And that's all it is. So just prepare to see some more get exposed and chopped down.
That's real talk, my brother, man. Thanks for getting us a call.
I'll let you go ahead. No problem.
Yeah. Yeah, that dude, Trick Daddy, and I hear somebody saying it's more than, look, people talking about something, it's entertainment. No, it's propaganda. Nothing in America is entertainment, brother. Who's that? Warren G? Warren, get it? It's not just entertainment. There's nothing that's... Entertainment is propaganda. Propaganda influences behavior through the power of suggestion. Entertainment... people who say it's just entertainment, do you understand that entertainment has been America's #1 weapon? More so than military? More so than bombs? More so than... economic depravity. How does America hold the world in this country in place? They only got to bomb you one time. They only got to undermine your government once or twice. It's the entertainment that holds the status quo in place. It's the entertainment that goes out to Japan about Black America that makes the Japanese people think that these people aren't worthy worth uniting with. It's the entertainment that goes to Nigeria that teaches them that Black Americans ain't shit long before they get here. It's the entertainment that goes places around the world and tells them white people did everything great. Why do you think that these people worship whiteness? People worship whiteness because of the entertainment. I know a lot of people be like, well, it's the church. Well, shit, 2/3 of America, no, 80% of America is not in church. But even whether it be the church or the unchurched, they all got the same point of view when it comes to us. How do they get that point of view? Through the entertainment. What's up, Carter? What's the name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Dewan, it's Janae from Hawthorne.
Hey, what's up, Janae? How you doing?
Oh, not so much. Great program today. I think earlier you were asking, I don't know if you were talking about what Trick Daddy looked like, and you were talking about the Christmas. Were you talking about Mr. Hanky the Christmas poo?
Yeah, the little Christmas turd. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was South Park.
I don't know. Yeah, from South Park. That's what it was. I don't know.
I don't know.
Trick Daddy. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know. I've never seen mortician makeup on a live human being in my life, but I don't know what the fuck going on. But what did you have to say? My bad for interrupting.
No, he definitely has some nerve talking about India Arie and look. So, but that's another thing. As I'm just listening to Godfrey and I'm watching his visceral reaction towards us and setting boundaries, it just has me really thinking, like, who are we as a people? Like, I don't really think we understand who we are, because as you were saying earlier about entertainment and what it's done to influence these other groups of people, like, white people have really done a doozy on them. They really think that they can come over here and abuse us.
They feel entitled to.
Right. And then when we stand on business and we set a boundary, now like everybody's having this visceral reaction, from Godfrey to the Asians, getting upset that Black people are redistributing our wealth, which we should have been doing anyway. And then from, the Latinos with, what they're doing to some of our community members out here in LA. So, it's dumbfounding, well, it shouldn't be a surprise, but it just really has me thinking about like how great we are as a people. And we just need to really embrace that and continue to embody that. And just everybody who's having this visceral reaction towards us, it's just an indication of how insecure they are.
That's a good point. That's for you to feel so entitled to our culture that you go off on a Black woman because of remember that was a Black woman that was calling in that he was going off on. For you to go in on a Black woman because you defended us and Black women, and if it's like that, then just stop. Just go live your life, homie. Like,
well, and nobody asked Godfrey to do this. You chose to do this. So if that's what you wanted to do, okay. I mean, I didn't really follow him. He wasn't saying anything that I didn't already know. That's another thing. You guys are talking about stuff that we already know. We lived it. We're from here. This is where we're from. We don't need it to be regurgitated to us because we live it every day.
Right.
So it's like, you know what I mean? So, it's the audacity of it all. Like, we're not going to get abused. And I'm sorry that you got bamboozled by the dominant society to think that you were better. They didn't tell you that we have a culture of fighting, because this is how we got to where we're at today. And now you guys are coming over here testing our chins, and we're showing you what we can do.
Right.
And you don't like it.
Right. And it's not exclusive to Godfrey. We talk to Candace Owens the same way. We talk to Stephen A. Smith the same way. We talk to any Black American, or Jason Whitlock, he's FBA. Anybody that's saying our name wrong, we got something to say. We're going to keep it that way.
And we should. If we don't do that, that's called abuse.
Right.
That's getting abused. So it is our God-given right. It is our human right to have boundaries. It's our human right not to let people degrade us and demoralize us. That is our human right. And if we don't fight for that, then it's genocide. If we don't, if we're become a weak people, then we're going to become a defenseless people and an extinct people. So we have to stick up for ourselves. I mean, you would tell anybody that was getting bullied in school to stick up for themselves, wouldn't you?
Right. God, stick up for yourself.
Right.
But thanks.
So, yeah. All right.
Thanks for giving us a call.
Okay.
I have a good one. That's Danae. She be out there putting in work in the Mert Park. She teaches. Danae, she's really, really dope at what she does. And so I really appreciate Danae for what she does. I really do. She's somebody that really be out there putting in work. Not just talking it, walking it too. He said, what is Trick Daddy's ethnicity? Burnt oxtails. I don't know. I got a few people calling back here. I got a couple people that tried to call that couldn't get through. There we go. Trick Daddy. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Dewan. This is Catherine in Texas.
Catherine in Texas. What's on your mind?
Hey, I'm watching your playback, and I know you were asking about what's that tune for that what's the little girl name?
Yeah, Young Miami.
Young Miami. I know you was thinking about the tune. Isn't that Sprinkle Me Man? Sprinkle Me Man, big pot timer. What is that back in the day?
E40.
Holy water. Yeah, E40. Is that him?
It's not. I know exactly what song you're talking about. It's not Sprinkle Me Man.
Oh, okay.
I love that song too. But it's something else. It's something that came out in the 2000s. Sprinkle Me came out in the 90s.
Okay. See, I'm telling my age.
No. It's good. No, I want because it's been on my head for a week, and I can get a song. I hear rhythm and give me 5 minutes. I got it.
Yeah.
This one here is fucking my head up. But it's a very familiar rhythm.
You know what? I thought I just knew that was the tune because I was thinking about that too. Like that tune sounds like something from. I even told my daughter earlier. I said that tune is somewhere from when we were coming up, like one of our, soundtracks, back in the day. And she said, yeah, that's where all that music comes from. Everybody grabbing music from back then.
That's all they doing. They need people in the when Young Miami ain't no artist. She's somebody that got thrown in the studio and she's promoted properly.
Exactly. And debauchering our music, our soundtracks out. At least we had balance. We had balance all across the board. They just all the way ratchet with it now. So
as far as the mainstream go, you're 100% right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I watch you all the time. Keep doing what you're doing, Dewan. You're doing really good things.
Thank you.
Right now, just, up under, some financial things. You have a lot of the same background in mortgage. You were the loan officer. I was the loan processor.
Oh, you're the processor,
so a
yeah.
lot of times, so whenever you talk about that, I can totally go with you on all of that. And so I always watch you. I know where your people are from. You always talking about South Dallas. So I know
Hell
that area
South
pretty
Dallas.
good, so.
MLK and Malcolm X. Thanks for giving us a call.
Yes, sir. And yes, sir. You have a good one.
Thank you.
Happy 4th of July.
I have a happy 4th. Yeah, my family in South Dallas over off of MLK and Malcolm X. Appreciate the donation, Anonymous. Much appreciation to the foundation where we teaching the Black American music history. Yeah, BET is a joke. Look, BET is white on. But let's not even go there because BET was a joke when it was black owned. BET pushed buffoonery when it was black owned too. It did some good things, Teen Summit was out when I was a teen, but I was always a little bit more advanced for Teen Summit. My shit that was on Teen Summit, my dad used to talk to me about, so I didn't really watch it. I did watch Video Soul, but remember BET, it never gave acknowledgement to groups like Bad Brains and Lenny Kravitz, the Black Americans who did rock and alternative and younger jazz artists. BET didn't give a shot, didn't give a light to them. They didn't give a light. So we're not gonna act like this is something that just started when the white folks bought it. When black folks owned it, they didn't give light to our other forms of music either. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Mr. D1. Once again, this is Mustafa, man. I'm calling from Ghana.
Yes, sir. What's on your mind, my brother?
Yeah, I was just wanted to know, what's your issue with Godfrey?
I just spent an hour talking about it. If you don't get, if you ain't picked it up in the last hour, you ain't gonna get it, brother.
No, but I feel like you was being dishonest.
Well, do you
speaking
feel
about
or
the points on
question? Do you feel or are you gonna tell me what did I say that was wrong? Which one is it gonna be? Am I speaking to your feelings or do you have? Can you pinpoint a line that I said that was a lie?
No, but then he expressed that the guy from the UK apologized for not actually, knowing or even saying was outlandish or whatnot, and then still you wanna hold them accountable to same thing. Like at least I would expect like a grace.
He did not
period.
apologize.
Like,
he screamed at that black woman. He
no, I mean,
he said to go. He literally told
no,
people
I'm
to
saying,
F off.
I'm saying the British guy apologized though. That's what Godfrey was saying.
The British guy didn't even apologize. He gave an excuse. He didn't come out and say that he didn't. That was a fake apology. And even let's just say it was real. We got the right to keep talking about it. He's a grown man, and and for you as an adult grown man to say put slavery and if you not only slavery but submissiveness in your voice. Yeah, you apologize, but nah, you said it. You still got to deal with the heat. Like you don't get to decide when people just shut up. Who are you?
So have you heard about the guy called Chord the Builder?
Yeah, he in jail right now.
So why you never like actually address anything regarding him?
See again, I did 3 shows on Chud the Builder, homie. This is A B C D E F G.
I mean, right now.
I'm
just saying.
You asked me a
no,
question. I did. All you gotta do is scroll back on this very channel. You'll see Chud and his ugly ass mustache on the thumbnail, and I talked about him. Appreciate the donation to the foundation, Anonymous.
There's another guy who is also was in Los Angeles just a couple of days,
and he got his ass beat.
Yeah,
because that's my LA justice right there, boy. You can't come to LA with that BS, boy.
But you didn't cover that. But you didn't cover that.
Yeah, I did cover that, fool. What are you talking about?
Why not?
I did. I covered it on Sunday when it happened. What are you talking about? You see, this is what's happening. I think your internet only works 6 hours a day. And since your internet only works 6 hours a day, you have not seen me do the videos that you are asking if I did.
No, Duan, the way you're moving to me is just like, you don't sit well with me.
How can you properly assess how I'm moving? Hold on. Question.
No, listen to me.
Chat room, be patient. No, I got a question. I'm gonna let you ask your question. But I want you to answer this first. How can you properly assess how I'm moving if you're asking me why I did not do what I already did, and it would only take you about 45 seconds to scroll down this channel to see that I did what you're asking that I do? You should know that the way you observe, like it's like you gotta know, like if I'm driving, I have to know when it's raining and I don't have a clear view out my front window. You have to understand that you do not have a clear view out your front window if you didn't see I did what you asking, what I didn't do. No.
My problem is with you is like that constant and just like, listen, I think that you are dishonest like intellectually, and also that you don't address like things that are actually real and things that are like actually affecting the relationship between FBA and Africans. But you mask that up with everything that is not right, as far as just you kind of like just please a community that you know that, at the end of the day, they are not ever gonna win, or like if they don't come together with
Africans. Like, I'm just trying to tell you that, and that's real.
Only thing coming,
So
the only thing coming together is butt cheeks when you get off the toilet. Look, it ain't my job to bring people together. People have to decide they want to get on
what's your
code.
purpose then? So what's your purpose? What is your purpose?
My purpose is to highlight the absurdities in life and for black people to understand that we have no friends. That is my
so
purpose.
if you now listen, if you're doing this, why I don't see you debating people that also have platforms that are saying something on the opposite side, and you get out with them, and then have a conversation.
Because I stopped doing I was on the college debate teams. What the hell make you want to think I want to debate somebody on the internet who's asking me questions about things that I already did?
You are a content creator, sir. Content creator. That's what they do. They debate for.
That's not what I do. I don't debate. I teach.
I mean, you run away from it.
I teach, and if you don't like what I'm teaching,
you're not teaching, though, bro. No, you're not teaching. You are actually trying to create a cult movement.
A question: how am I developing a cult? What about what I'm doing is a cult?
Because if anything that you say doesn't help create or mold the FBA narrative, you against.
There is no FBA narrative. There's only the DeWan Brown narrative.
That's what you're pushing. That is what you're pushing.
No.
Be honest.
No, I can only push my narrative. I can only push my narrative. What's your narrative?
What's your narrative? Okay, what's your narrative?
Black American music. That R&B is the root genre for all pop music around the world. My narrative is Black Americans created the sound that America and the world enjoys. That's my narrative.
And what was that sound? You said it's R&B? Or was it blues? Or was it what? What was the sound?
All of it.
You just all over the place.
All of it.
All of it. Okay, so now
Fela wanted to sound like James Brown. Fela tried to sound like James Brown. That is my narrative.
James, look, I know mad bands in Africa. The Super Eagles from Gambia. They did salsa.
I got a question for you. I got a question for you.
Go ahead, my boy.
What the fuck is your purpose for calling in to me?
I was calling just to.
What's your purpose? Purpose?
To straighten up your lies. Like, I think you lie most of the time.
You keep saying I lie. Tell me the lie. What did I say? Tell me the lie.
No, because your audience are not really.
Tell
me your audience.
The
your
lie.
audience are not really. Your audience are not really like well read. Your audience are not really well read, obviously. And you also are now clowning, buffooning for maybe a point to be heard or something.
No,
you don't want to be. You don't want to be rational. You don't want to be rational. You just want to be a clown right now.
Part of Black American culture is when something is stupid, we laugh.
When you are a clown, when you are really actually a clown, you're gonna behave like a clown. So I'm entertained now. So entertain me.
No, hold on.
What you got? What you got?
Not tell me what was the lie.
You didn't tell me.
What is the lie? No.
You interrupted, and then I call you a clown, and now you're circling back.
What is the lie? Tell me, what did I say that was a lie? Tell me.
I say that you are not knowledgeable at all.
Okay, now teach me. Okay, I'm not. Hold on, you're on mute. Or I am not knowledgeable. Okay, I'm not. I'm a square. I am stupid. I am dumb. I know nothing. Now, tell me, what was the lie? Pick out one lie. Just pick any lie. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The lie is musical instruments and instrumentation and everything about music came from Africa.
That is
you
a
lie
lie.
about that.
That is a lie. Everything
You lie about that. So I told you a lie, and now you're disagreeing.
That is a lie.
That's
no,
what,
you just said the lie is every musical
go ahead,
instrument comes from Africa. That is a lie.
Yes, it does. And Europeans improved on it, and then you guys are now playing it, and then kind of claim you created something.
The first drum was found in China. The
drum was not found in China. That's
first
a damn
drum.
lie.
The first instrument ever
you
found.
should be ashamed of yourself.
The first
you should be
instrument
ashamed of
ever
yourself.
found in music history was a bone flute. The bone flute is 50,000 years old. The bone flute is the first instrument ever found, and it is 50,000 years old. Look up bone flute.
What's the oldest civilization? What's the oldest civilization?
What? Look up the bone flute.
Nigga, you are crazy as hell, and you know that.
Bone flute.
I'm asking you the oldest civilization, and you can't tell me that.
43,000 years old.
Shut the fuck up. I'm asking you the oldest civilization, and you don't know that.
You're cursing at me, Mbutu. Look
no,
up the
you
bone
are
flute.
stupid and just dumb and say bigotry.
Look up the bone flute.
Nigga, fuck the bone flute. I'm asking
That
the oldest
is the
civilization.
first instrument ever discovered. What are you
What is
talking
the
about?
What is the oldest civilization? What is the oldest civilization?
I didn't ask that. We're talking about instruments. The first instrument is
Oh
the
my
bone
God.
flute.
Yeah, because that would lead to that. So
Look
I'm asking
up
you that.
the bone flute.
Oh my God, boy, you an
Look up
idiot.
the bone flute.
Fuck the bone flute. I'm asking you, what's the oldest civilization?
The oldest civilization is stuck deep inside your mother's pussy. Your mother your mother's pussy is where the deepest, oldest civilization has had fun time in. Yeah? Hey, buddy.
That's fine. At least you don't have no answers. You don't have no answers, and
all right, I'm done talking to him. All right, I have fun. This nigga didn't teach me. This nigga didn't point out one lie. He did not point out one lie. I'm only gonna take a couple more calls. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on, DeJuan? This is Yoga. I've called before from the ATL.
Oh, hell yeah. I got a regular accent on the line. What's up, my brother? ATL in the house?
Yeah. This was up, DeJuan. I had to call HBCU graduate, class of 2002, Fort Valley State University.
Yes, sir.
Had colleagues from Ghana, Nigeria, was in college with us. And they had the Fela Kuti documentary. This was when DVDs was first coming out, y'all.
Yeah.
In the early 2000s. And we sit back, watch the Fela Kuti documentary, got it from Best Buy. That's when you used to go to Best Buy.
Hey, digging the crate? Hell yeah.
Stuff like that. Yes. So we watching the Best Buy documentary, Fort Valley State, HBCU. You got your Africans, got your New Yorkers, got your West Coast people at the HBCU, got all your Caribbean folks. You know how the campus is. And so we watched it, and I said, oh, man, Fela Kuti rocking with the saxophone. My dad played the saxophone. Then Fela Kuti broke off in the documentary and showed when he came to the U.S., saw the Black Revolutionary struggle. He went to Chicago. He went to New York. And he went to all these places. It's in the documentary. And then he said it. He said, man, when I saw that, and he got a chance to come to the U.S. because he went up to UK first to England. He took the trip and came over. And after he saw what we were doing and doing in the streets in America, he came back and you hit it on the head. He literally got a whiff of James Brown.
You got a whiff of the funk. Oh,
yeah,
I need
so
to do that.
He came in the 70s. So he saw when brothers was still, they had machines. Brothers was everybody was playing in bands. When you go to Chicago, Atlanta, St. Louis, Chicago, it was bands, funk and jazz, flash bands, right before hip hop. So that's when you see Fela Kuti come back and he doing all the chop, hit up, hit go. That's James Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is what's crazy. My roommates and stuff that went to Fort Valley with me that's from Africa, they saw the explosion of Afrobeat, and they even said, "Nah, Afrobeat ain't from Africa." We saw that blow up in America, in Chicago, and then like go all over the country. And it's crazy. I say, why don't y'all speak up and stop all these other younger Africans start saying this is invented here and there, and y'all was over here in the early 2000s and late 90s and saw the house music take off and go nationwide. And now I just want to say that the one I want to address the caller real quick. Give me 60 seconds to address the caller. You still can hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, real quick.
All right, the African guy. Hey, brother, you just called and said all that. Really, what you want to say was what you said at the end. You just want to call the show and say N-word. And see, a lot of y'all, that's what's going on. So the one I'm saying this all to all the sisters and brothers out there, FBA sisters and brothers. Hey, a lot of the Africans, they giving false flag, straw man conversations about the whole thing, just so in the end they can crash out and say the N-word. See, we got to realize they not good at joking and joning and how we do the dozens on each other. So they could be 40 years old, 50 years old. They'll sit there in a public space and ask you about all this stuff and say all this stuff just to do what he just did to the one. All they really want to do is build up enough courage and emotion to say, you're an N-word, shut up N-word. And they think that really hurts us. The Caucasians have been calling us that for years publicly. That don't hurt us. Africans, you see how I call right up and I'm showing y'all. So, hey, I'm telling my FBA brothers and sisters, don't sit there and waste no time with them, because all they want to do is in about 2 or 3 minutes build up enough courage to say the N-word and then, remove themselves. Shouts out to one, keep coming with the positivity, with the truths and facts of where the roots and where this stuff comes from, and it's all over the world, and people trying to take our actual, real, tangible creations. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate it, man. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's how you get to the roots of. That's why, people may, DeJuan, you're joking around. Yes, because one of our superpowers as Black Americans is our ability to joke around and roast and joke and have fun. And that when we go into that space, I've just noticed this through observation, through decades of observation. When we go into our roasting space, nobody can follow us. It's like sometimes you got to elevate the conversation and take it to a place to where people can't hold on to it. Like our music of the 70s. The music of the 70s was so high, you couldn't catch it. It was too high up there. People get real frustrated. And I only go there because it was disrespectful. He called me a liar. I'm going to write to you, caller. He called me a liar. But the fact is, this how when someone says you lie, you only have to ask one question. What did I say that was wrong? And because sometimes we do say things that was wrong, we misspeak, and when you misspeak, it can be seen as a lie. Because if you talk all day like me, you're going to say things that were wrong. That's why you get to the nitty gritty. What did I say that was wrong? If they can't tell you the spot that you were wrong and give you correction, that means they're just mad at what you're saying. They're frustrated, and it's actually a sign of disrespect. It's very disrespectful to tell somebody they lied and you can't point out their lie. That's disrespectful. So since I'm being disrespected by being called a liar, you can't tell me where I lied, I'm going to be disrespectful to you, but my disrespect is going to come through laughter. I need to make myself laugh at your expense. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Scotty Jenkins, Cleveland 216.
What's up, Scotty? What's on your mind, my brother?
What is the number? What is the number?
What is the numbers? The numbers.
What's up with these? See, now I don't want to all jumble them in. I don't. But sweet Jesus Christ, if it's hard not to, because this African wild cat just called in with such. He was just disingenuous. I was from the first time when you answered, I called him like, here we go. Because even though when Tariq have his late night stream, these people call in with the same type of disingenuous nature. They start off with this, either could you explain to me what this is, or I don't know, or you feel it, we know it. It's like, dude, just crash out already. We know what you
just say it. Yeah, just say it.
That's it. Just get straight to the crash out. And I listened to that because I was driving last night. I'm off tonight. I don't go back until Monday night. But I went this morning. I listened to the Godfrey podcast from a few days ago that you're talking about from start to about the middle. Well, basically the juiciest points. And I'm like, I've always I felt some type of way a little bit when Corey was going that when Corey was going, I'm like, damn man, he be having good information and good knowledge. But then I also started seeing, because I was one of the very first people that was with the the Gas Network, the Godfrey podcast. During the COVID, I was like, yo, this is dope, because he be kicking Black history, knowledge, information. He's standing up. He's doing all the right stuff. But then as the years go, I'm like, yo, this dude be riding the fence, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's starting to ride this fence, and I don't like that, man, because people who ride the fence, you just can't. I don't trust that.
Yeah, you can't trust, because you don't know which way they're gonna go.
Right, and you got so much knowledge and information, and like you say, one thing I love about when they crash out, listen to their words and how they put it. I was the one defending, black women. No, why did you say I was defending us? I was fighting for us. It's just like little small nuanced words that they use when they're in conversation. I'm like, hey, Godfrey, just go ahead and pick your side, which he has. And to land my plane, the 154 podcast, like y'all, a lot of people have been saying, is a really beautiful thing, because you're only getting clicks because of the discrimination that you're showing towards the foundational Black Americans.
Real talk,
that
man.
That is horrific, because like you say, it ain't nothing but clickbait. You say something about them, you're going to get 1 million views. Godfrey going on the campaign to continue to, he don't do black clubs. It's all white, but I ain't gonna hold it up. Now I'm out here grilling in this hot 98-degree humidity.
I'm be on that grill tomorrow, man. Thanks for giving us a call, brother.
B1, family, I'm out.
Yeah, that's what they call back, Larry. I saw you call. Call back. That's what it is. For me, it's a disrespect. Don't disrespect me. Like, I'm very respectful. I believe if I am being disrespected, I will return disrespect. But I'm not gonna call you the B word. I'm not gonna. I might call you the B word. I ain't gonna lie. I might call you bitch. I might. I generally don't. But if I feel disrespected, I'm gonna make myself laugh at your expense. Because you're disrespecting me by calling me and lying. You can't say somebody's a liar. I believe in saying, okay, hey, Dewan, hey, James, hey, Earl, Cynthia, whatever your name is, you were wrong when you said ABC. That's okay. But when you say somebody lied, but you can't put out the lie, now you're disrespecting me. So now anything that comes to my mind to disrespect you is on the table. What's up, caller? Oh, this is Larry. What the fuck was that? What's up, caller? Get your whole ass home, nigga.
Boy, hey, that African nigga would have beat your bitch ass, nigga, if y'all was face to face, and I would have helped it.
Nah, you wouldn't have done nothing, nigga. I would have knocked your bitch ass out, and I would have cut your hair and stuffed it in his mouth.
Hey, nigga, because I didn't know you was live. I tuned in right when that nigga called, dog.
Why you always gotta tune in on the bullshit? Dickhead, nigga.
Hey, man. Hey, boy. Hey, if you have a name, like an African name, I'm going to start banning you in the goddamn chat, dog. You motherfuckers, man. Y'all go watch Godfrey shit. Don't watch the one shit. Go watch Godfrey shit, man. Y'all need to be watching this shit. All y'all do is act like some fucking covert agents, assimilate in our shit, and then call us nigga on the goddamn podcast, man.
I helped you niggas out.
Dog, I know. Hey, man, you know what? I'm just going to start swinging at kente cloth. I don't give a fuck if it's a child or then I see some kids.
Nigga, African nigga, he said at kente cloth, nigga. No, you singing that kente cloth, that's going to be a nigga from Michigan wishing he was African.
Well, he gonna get his Michigan ass swag on, dog. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of these goddamn tethers. I'm tired of these Africans, dog. India Arie, you know what? I'm looking at your thumbnail, and I wish you wouldn't dress like a goddamn African. Take that goddamn hair wrap off your head and let your shit hang down, India Arie. Change your first name.
Nah, India Arie, she good because Trick Daddy was talking shit about her. So India Arie.
No, I love her. No, I love her.
But you hate the African garb? She looking like the mama from Coming to America?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. She's like Madge Sinclair off of Coming to America. Hey, dog, put on some bangle earrings, look like a hood rat, dog. Stop dressing like an African.
You said like a hood rat. You done missed the whole goddamn point of the show, you fucking Arabian motherfucker.
No, I did miss the part of the show because we talked about it. Like Trick Daddy. He need to go ahead. wasn't he sick, dog? Like we talked about this earlier. Wasn't he supposed to be dead? About? I wish he just keel over and stop making fun of black women, dog. Just die, nigga.
Hey, what? I think
take God.
He was sick though. Like I think he was close to getting up out of here. But you know, I don't wish the brother died. Trick Daddy, I don't want you to die. You just look dead with the makeup.
Hey, Trick Daddy, you go straight to hell, nigga. I ain't like the one. If all you lame cool niggas die, then we won't have lame cool niggas on this planet. So get the fuck out of here.
Hey, but I was showing the image, the Trick Daddy on the video earlier, and like, what's up? Like people, I was saying he has like, he looks like his skin looks like it's getting ready to go on a cremation table. Like,
okay, so I'm looking at the comments. They say he has lupus.
Oh,
well, I don't know if they have stages.
I know he has lupus.
I don't give a shit, dog. I need that lupus to go ahead and wrap this shit up. Get his ass up out of here, dog. Get his motherfucking ass up out of here. Get all these coon niggas up out of here, dog. Whether it's lupus, gunshots, AIDS, cancer, whatever, get their ass out of here. And if you listen to this call, dog, don't you ever call into this motherfucking channel, bitch. Call Godfrey, nigga.
Hey, Larry, all I know is, in spite of all that's been said, I'll still knock your whole ass out, nigga.
Hey, boy, hey, you know what? I be giving you hell about your accents, that African accent. Dog, there's two things you do pretty well. You do a decent accent, you do a decent African accent, and you do a pretty damn good Robin Leach accent, dog. I meant to tell you that the other day. Your Robin Leach is good, your African is good, dog.
Hey, Robin Leach.
Yeah, but you's a Robin.
I tell you, I tell you what else I do well. Nigga, I do Mike Tyson versus Trevor Burbick well, nigga. I'm Mike Tyson, you Trevor Burbick, nigga. Let's recreate that fight, homie. Let's go.
Dog, no, I'll be Lennox Lewis and you'll be Mike Tyson. I'll beat your ass.
Nah, you'll be Lennox Lewis, nigga, and I'll be Hussein Rapp in the first fight, nigga.
No, how about this? You be Mike Tyson and I'll be Don King and I'll ruin your goddamn life, boy. How about that?
Well, nigga, how about this? You be Floyd Mayweather, and I'll be a white dude. I'll take all your money, nigga.
Oh, how about this? How about this? You be Trick Daddy, and I'll be Lupus, dog, and I have you looking like that. How about that?
All right, fuck you, nigga. Get the fuck off my phone.
Yeah.
Punk ass nigga Larry. Man, that was Larry hoe ass. He been on here for 2 hours. We've been on for 2 hours. I know I was only that long. Hey, Artist Life, fuck off, nigga. Artist Life said you die as African accent weak. Man, F you. Now that I don't condone Larry, look, and I'm telling you right now, Larry did not like one time. I don't want nobody to die. I'm nicer than Larry. Larry means what he says. He means everything he says everything other than jumping in a boxing ring with me. Outside of that, he mean everything else he say. He won't jump in a boxing ring with me though. That's the one thing he don't mean. But yeah, that's the big thing. To close it out, just saying, like, look, Godfrey, I understand your frustration, but one way that can help your frustration, because I think that Godfrey has a good heart. One thing that can help your frustration, Godfrey, is you can't save us. You can't bring us together. Nobody can bring us together. The best you could do is, speak positively when you speak positively and make your money on a podcast, because the best thing an African can do for Black Americans is to get Africa together. And I think that the 154 Africa podcast, their mission to unite the 54 countries in Africa, I think that is a very noble mission. But please understand this, 154 podcast, Godfrey, and the other guy who grew up in Crenshaw. Nobody grows up in Crenshaw. That offended me. That was very offensive. If you was around in South Central LA when Crenshaw Motors Ford was on 48th and Crenshaw, You're offended. The thing y'all can do to help Black America out the most is to follow the mission of your podcast. And that is to unite the 54 countries and all of the tribes of Africa. But uniting the 54 countries and all the tribes of Africa is a job that does not include Black Americans. Talking about us will not help you on your mission of uniting the continent of Africa. Dealing with tribalism within Africa is what's going to help you. Dealing with trade in Africa and getting businesses together and using Nigerian education, Nigerian education, getting all the education to come back home, set up transportation systems, logistics, communication systems, universities. There's so many educated Nigerians out there. You guys should have your own universities established, your own world that's meeting the needs of Africa. So like people like that guy who called in earlier, his village only gets internet 6 hours a day. That's why he was asking me why didn't I do videos about things that I did videos about. I can't blame that man that called me, the African that called me earlier. He's in Ghana. He's getting his power is probably going to go out in the next 7 minutes. It's 3:54 p.m. Pacific time. At 4 o'clock, his power's out. And it's not turning on again until about 9 tomorrow morning. We're going to need Africa to solve that problem. There's a lot of great resources out of the ground in Africa. We in America need Africans to figure out how to mine those resources and set up trade with those of us here in the United States. Set up trade from Africa to the Caribbean. Set up trade from Africa to Australia, where you guys are the ones in control of the trade. That's how we're going to come together. Because here in Black America, we got our own problems. We got some fucked up problems ourselves. We need to reestablish airlines here in the United States. We need to reestablish shipping. We need to reestablish a lot of things. We got a lot to do here in the United States as Black Americans. And we are on the job. And that job goes on regardless of how white people or anybody else feels about us or talks about us, or the police pulling us over. We got a job to do. Y'all got a job to do. But as long as you mention our name for clicks on your video, we are going to have something to say. Now you have an executive decision. Do you continue to bring guests along that talk about Black Americans? Do you decide to keep that in your podcast and not edit it out and have to deal with the potential wrath of reaction channels like mine and others talking about it? Or do you just leave us alone and unite Africa? I believe you can unite Africa because we can't. But you guys are African, so you can. Stay on the mission of uniting Africa and leave us alone. Go to thewambi.com. Thank y'all for hitting. What's up, Donna C? Good seeing y'all in the chat. Chris Vesey. And also understand this one last thing. We as Black Americans, we clown. We talk shit. It's part of how we got through this country. That's something that we were never going to give up. We need to keep that up. Keep it up. That's how you guys got Eddie Murphy. This culture of making laughter out of the most ridiculous things out there. That's how you got Richard Pryor. You're welcome. All right. Thank y'all again. Appreciate y'all. James Seed, I appreciate the loyal supporter, the membership. And go to Patreon. Got a lot of good stuff on Patreon. We're gonna probably get to some music. Not tonight, but university is gonna start real soon again. History of jazz. We gotta read the second half of the year and all that good stuff. All right. Y'all have a good one.